There's a lot of times that a lot of people are going to show you the ways how to do Facebook ads, but the problem is that they don't convert. It doesn't make sense. It's not adding up. You get a lot of traffic, but you don't get sales. So what I'm here to show you right now is how to make Facebook ads that actually work, how to get a lot of traffic, and how to convert them into sales. There's a lot of things that people don't show you, and I'll show you in this one, the step-by-steps, and then at the end I'll show you how to make it where they convert at a higher rate. Here's how I began to create the Facebook ads. I started with the campaigns and I clicked create. I had already an ad set already pre-made, but for this one I'll go ahead and show you each ones that I decided to use. So to start with, you got traffic, engagement, app installs, video views, lead generation, messages, site visits, catalog sales, and conversions. The one that I like to use is video views because you get the most out of it, especially if you're going to make a video for your ads, which I suggest you do. From there, you'll create your campaign name. I like to make it something a little bit more specific for the ad so I don't confuse myself. This one I wanted to make it for fitness. This one I wanted to make it for Shopify users. So now, once I've created the campaign, I then go into create ad sets. This is where you also change your name for the ad set. Ad sets is something where is the real meat of it, where you get to narrow down the people that will be interested in the type of ads that you will be using. So for this one, since it'll be for new Shopify users, we want to figure out who to use in this. For it to be a general one, to figure out who or what cities will actually be the ones that are most interested, we'll click and have it as United States for now. But I wanted to show you that you can also narrow down once you know who the targeted audience is and where they actually are. You can then narrow down more specifically the cities within the US or outside of the US, whichever one that's actually buying. So let's just keep it for United States for now. Then as I scroll down, you get to choose the age. As you start getting more into the demographics, you'll get to understand what age range is typically buying. You can go from 18 all the way up to 65 plus, but for right now, we'll put it at 50. So 18 years old to 50 years old. For the gender, I like to keep it both. When you start to get into more specifics, if it's like for bathing suits for women, then you can click women. But for now, we'll just keep it as both. In the detailed targeting, you can include or exclude certain amounts of people. So for this one now, we want to get into more of the details of the demographics. So for this one, we wanted to start, since they're new Shopify users, you got to start to understand who and what they actually are interested in. They want to learn about e-commerce. They want to know about drop shipping. So why not click on those to attract those type of people that are searching for this type of platform. It's also beneficial to find other like-minded people to ask them these questions, or just go on Google to figure out a few more demographics that may be specific to the field that you're searching for. I'll also have another video on how to set up alternate detailed targeting for your detailed audience that you were looking for. Now that you've found a few that were specific to your audience that you're searching for, Facebook also has a place where you can browse. A lot of people like to overstep this one because they feel like it's a little too vague at times, or it's just too narrowed down. But some of the things that I do figure would work, maybe not in the industries of it or in just the general demographics, but when you go into the income and you start to search in for certain people that are in that field of the income range that you're looking for, because you got to think these people that want to have Shopify accounts or e-commerce are not making well over 100,000 right yet. These are the ones that want to make that. So let's search for those types of people. In the homes, usually you want to choose a lot of different ranges. For right now, I can tell you right now, a majority of them will be renters, but a few of them will be homeowners. These are people that want to have passive income, and they're trying to find other strategies on how to make this passive residual income. Drop shipping is one of the best ways. There's plenty of other ways to do it, but for right now, drop shipping is the best for just passive income. So you also want to find these entrepreneurs. That's the reason why I clicked on entrepreneurs. Sometimes you also want to take it a step further, because since they're an entrepreneur, they want to do everything themselves almost, but they know that they can't, but at the same time, they have certain platforms that would help them. Now, as you get into behaviors, this is one of the best ones, because you can choose the buying behavior that your target audience is typically used to. They usually buy certain types of businesses for their business marketing. They usually have certain types of habits, as you would say, of their buying or spending types that they usually like to buy on. And what you're trying to do at this point is figure out the ones that are buying what you're selling. Because what you're selling is the solution to the problem that they have, which is they want to have a passive income. They want to be Shopify users or Shopify sellers for their store. So try to hone in on the buying behaviors that are typical for people that are interested in this. Now, once you click into a lot of these different fields, as you see me scrolling through and just trying to figure out which ones will work, which ones won't work, do not have a fear of just trying to think of what ones would work, which ones wouldn't work. Think of you as that person of trying to figure out what your first steps were when you needed this. Because you always have that same mindset of like, I wish I'd have known this before. So this is what I'm getting for you right now, is before you even get started in this, think about what would you do if you was in the same situation. How would you find these types of people if you was that person that needs these ads put in front of? Do not be scared to search more than you actually expected. But also keep in mind, do not veer off the path of what your overall outcome is trying to be. Because there's a lot of people that make it too vague, but then there's a lot of that make it too narrow. You don't want that. You want it in that good sweet spot. And right now, you do not know that sweet spot. So keep it to what you do know. And then as you grow along and making one of these ads and more of these ads, because that's the whole thing. You can't just make one ad. So as you get to it, figure it out and start to testing it. I say 3 or 4 ads would do good. Now, once you finish, save the audience. That way you can go back to it each and every time and you can adjust it as need be. I typically like to save the audience as the same ad set name. So that way I'm not confusing myself. I'm like, all right, I know the audience goes with the ad set that I need. As you look over to the right and you see the potential reach is 120 million. Yes, that is a large number. But you have to remember, that is very vague and you'll narrow it down afterwards. For right now, we'll do the placements. The placements is where your ads will be seen at. Do not use recommended ads. Always edit your own ads and let them know where you want to have it placed at. So I'll take off the marketplace and I'll also take off Instagram. The audience network, I really don't care for it too much, but I like to keep some certain things into it. Now, the biggest thing, always have it connected only when people are on Wi-Fi. For the budget, I would like to keep it simple. Usually I like to put it at maybe $3, but they don't let you do that. So you'll put it at $5. That way you'll know how to gauge it. Typically I only do it for a month. It's always best to do it at a month. For your optimization for the ad deliveries, for 2-second continuous video views, you're gonna get a lot of money taken out. So keep it at the 10-second views so you know that these people are actually really looking into it and they're interested, because there's certain times where you just look down and you're like, oh, I was on an ad video and you just got charged for that. You don't want that. So like I said, when you get in charge, make sure that these people are actually looking at your videos. From here, you go ahead and scroll just to check and make sure that you have everything. You can always go back, but it's always good to just double, triple check. Now that you've seen this, you can continue further. And if you have multiple businesses, you can change to which one you need it to be. For this one, I like to change it to heartfelt. Be sure to take a look at it if you like. Since this is a video, we'll do it as a single video. You have the option to make it to where it's a full screen experience. This is something fairly new, but it's always beneficial. For right now, I'll keep it simple. These templates work great, but if you're not used to it, just keep it something that you are used to. So we'll take this off for now. We'll bring in our video. Let me search for this on here. Now as this loads up, you can then adjust the text on how your audience sees your videos. When they're viewing it, they also see a lot of text that needs to capture them. And that's the whole point. A lot of people just write generic stuff that really doesn't capture them. Have something that makes them engage in your ad. Make them comment, make them press like. Give them just a simple yes or no question, and where you know that you'll give them, they're gonna give you a yes answer. Also, when you have that yes or no question, everyone likes something that's free. So give them something that's either a free guide or a discount code. That way they know that if they're commenting, they're going to get something in return instead of just a comment. They're going to get something free that actually gets their mouth watering for what you're trying to promote. It's always beneficial to put your website and most information, so just in case they do not comment and they just want to click on the learn more, they have that opportunity. And each time that you're editing on this, you'll see that on the right side is really your display where all of your ads will be shown, and they show different ways of different platforms of where your ads are shown, from your phone or whether you're on the computer or on the tablet. It's always best to have a call to action. For right now, we'll just leave it at learn more, but you can choose other ones. Conversion traction is also something that you need to have on yours as well, just so you can see who and where these people are actually interested. So next time you'll be able to, instead of use United States, you can then choose different areas. Say for instance, New York City, Atlanta, Georgia, San Francisco. And that's it. You went down the whole list from campaigns to ad sets to even the ads. Now, if you're not ready to promote it just yet and you need to do a few more changes, on the left side where you see at the bottom left it says close, click close. That way you can save your ad for later. But if you're ready, go ahead and press confirm at the bottom right, and it'll be live in about a few minutes. Now that you've finished it and you've seen how to make a Facebook ad, when you're wanting to convert, you use one tool, and that one tool is a messenger bot. The messenger bot that I like to use the best and has worked for me time and time again is Opesta. Opesta is a messenger bot that will create automated custom messages for your target audience for your Facebook ad. So once someone comments on your Facebook ad, Opesta will go in and create the message and send it straight to them for them to be funneled to your site or for whatever service or product that you're selling. If you need more help on it, click here. You'll see the videos below. I'm always here to help, so send me a message if you need anything.